super long. That took extra little long. I'm not saying, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating super long, but usually when I press the start on the YouTube thing on my OBS, it should automatically be right there, like happening right now. And then I just press start stream. And that shit took a couple of seconds longer than it usually should. It's weird, but I don't like that. Find that weird. That's what happens when it takes so long for this too. I didn't even think I had a chance to post it. Well, at least that works for the Twitch. But I didn't have a chance to share the YouTube link because this shit was acting a fool earlier for me to post it on social media. So now I'm gonna have to do this, get back on the YouTube thing. And then go back on Discord. Tell the Twitch kind of froze on. I don't know why. Don't know why you. Alright guys, what's up, what's up? Welcome, welcome. You already know it's your boy Kimar Geek 1990 if you're watching this live stream specifically on my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this live stream specifically on my Twitch channel, it's just Kimari04. We are back with another part 136 live stream of Genshin Impact. Now I know last week we was only really able to do one 5-star character side story, which was Varka. It was the recent one that came out, but there's some other ones that we still need to tackle, and I think it's safe to say that we should tackle Skirt and Escorfer. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I still don't know anything about that character. Skirt, I kind of do know about her because she was towards the ending of the Hydro Archon story. But she became a character during the Natlan side of the the 5 point era of this game. So we're gonna do hers, then we're gonna do that other character, and by 6 o'clock, I'm pretty sure Skirt and that character will be released to start pulling for them. So that's another thing we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be pulling for Skirt first, and then see if we could try to get her weapon, and then if we have, by the grace, if we're able to get them in less pulls, then we could go and pull for the other character. If not, at least our main focus was to get Skirt. That's the main one. Now I know that other character is perfect to use with Skirt, but like I said, it all depends on Hoyoverse. It really, that is all. If they're gonna be greedy with me, or they're gonna be nice to me. So that's all that matters. And no, I'm not a whale. I don't have like a shit ton of pulls and I could just do all of them at once. I don't. So bear with me. I probably could do maybe 120 or 130 pulls within those banner things. But yeah. So that's our plan for today. So before I gotta use the bathroom really badly. I don't know why. I got pee. But I'm gonna say the rest of my intro before I begin. Number one, YouTube side. If you're new to my channel, new to this live stream, or gonna watch this as a video once this live stream ends later on, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give this video an awesome thumbs up. Also, I appreciate you share this video with other people. Let them know about my channel, the live streams I do, gameplay recording, short reel videos, or anybody who is a fan of open world type games like this, or anybody who's a fan of any other Hoyoverse game besides this one particularly, you already know, send them my way. Now on the Twitch side, if you're new to my Twitch channel or new to this Twitch live stream that is happening at this very moment, appreciate hit that follow button and share my Twitch channel to other people. Let them know about the live streams I do here. Now then, before I start, gotta use that bathroom. Be right back. Alrighty then. Never could go wrong with water. And I'm not even gonna do my dailies today. I'm gonna let my dailies come to think of Liquid Message or Adventure Guild. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, we got some new shit. Sightseeing with friends. Looks like something that's near Sumeru, Natlan, and Fontaine, because I see the mushroom. That's part of Sumeru. That's the seaweed, or what you call it, for Fontaine, and the little what they call it, Saurus. So from that. I don't know what's the one behind it, but I think maybe that's part of the mushroom thing. I'm not 100% sure. But I can do that at my own time. So, we finish all those. It's and we just finished Varka's one. Man, I still never understand why Sino and Yormia get a second one. Other Archons get a second one, but Venti is the only one that only still got one. But yeah, we're gonna do Skirt first, and then we're gonna do her. And I know for this one, we still gotta do these three. Pretty sure that's Casca. Don't know if it's the 4-star character or Chalali. I think I'm saying that correctly. And then there's I don't know who's this one. Might be that chick with the other 5-star character, the bull pink haired chick. But we'll get to that eventually. Okay, that's a little. I wouldn't expect her story to start in Leeway. I would expect like maybe Fontaine or maybe Natlan, but to start in Leeway? Okay. Yeah, we got 2 hours left. Yo, they went mute?
Traveler, Paimon, welcome.
Damn, they took that voice actor character for the snake?
Traveler, he looks absolutely beat these days. has these huge dark circles around his eyes, like he hasn't slept a wink. And he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is he sick?
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Yeah, this is actually the first time, I ain't gonna lie. Seeing the traveler not feeling well is...
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
Maybe it is serious. Maybe the problem...
Complexion's good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong.
Maybe it's probably
Physically,
he's not
you appear
feeling...
to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain.
Maybe the reason why he's not feeling so good is because of that flying little brat. Maybe you're making him sick. Maybe he's getting those eyes and maybe not sleeping because you're around. Doctor, is there any... Oh, Baizu, is there any way we could solve the little brat issues? Maybe take it away out of my shoulder. Make it disappear. I guarantee it could probably make him much better. It probably could make my life even better. Get rid of that thing is flying around. Get rid of that. Is there any subscription for that?
Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiju and Changsheng have seen it before.
You're the
All
condition!
we can do is take their advice.
You're the
They look
condition!
like they're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side.
No, don't be
Fingers
on by
crossed
my
you'll feel all better
side.
when you wake up.
Get out of here. Disappear.
have a okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yum. What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back? Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up.
No, you won't.
Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
At least you're being on about that. I don't know how they put you at ease. It would never put me at ease.
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Orange?
Hey, Double X Gamer, welcome to the live stream. How's it going?
Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then you left and never learned where you went after that. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, of course. We make this one in-house. It's not
Okay,
too
bro,
strong.
about you?
Enjoy.
I'm doing fine.
Chef
Thanks for
Mal,
asking.
I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink.
Watch from India. Alright, cool. That's what's up. Do you play Genshin Impact too?
I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust her?
Real question is, should we trust you, Panama? 'Cause I don't. Yeah, I do, but I'm new, so just exploring about the game. Okay, that's what's up. How far you made it to your adventure rank?
She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for
54.
sure. But
What
from
you
what
say?
Child's told us, she doesn't seem...
You say you're new to this. How you made it to 54 that quickly?
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your...
dark space, shrouded in a dense fog that wouldn't disperse.
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Gwaley Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your check.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn there were only 2 of you at that table.
What?
Wait, what the hell?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall? Wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Come again. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all. Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But
But yeah,
she told us to head to the Gwaley Plains.
Double Gamer, like, how you got to 54 and you say you're only new to this game, man.
Whoa, what are all these rift hounds doing here?
The worst enemies in the freaking
Looks
game.
like they're collecting something. Let's go check. Stand clear.
Close your eyes.
So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah. What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call god remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now,
Damn.
please get back on track.
Okay. Where were we? Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone, they were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. So it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean the star?
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that.
Damn, I didn't think that's how her personality is. What a bitch.
Yeesh. You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cold. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname.
Oh boy.
Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's...
I installed the game last month. And I love playing the game.
This place is way bigger than Paimon expected.
Wow,
Where are we?
man,
This is where I
it took
live.
me several
I
months
suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here.
to get maybe almost a year to get to like in the 50 AR, like
It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax. Oh, right! That's Child's real name. Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now.
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the Abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you with dream mirroring. Every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was stolen.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial arts? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciple. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face.
I am making it harder for me with less
But that's
characters.
enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here.
I mean, I guess I see what you're saying.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lot. Skirk seems pretty strong
Yo,
too, though.
Hammer, shut up so we can get to this damn story, bro. All you're doing is talking. Talking. Like, she already gone on into the whole circle thing, portal thing, and you're still talking. Like, that's why we can't stand you, Panama. Like, we really can't.
Ready?
Bring it on!
What do you mean, bring it on?
Your
It's
training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your
only me doing the training.
elemental abilities,
You're just gonna
reasoning skills.
float there.
We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet. There's Kaya, Master Jean.
First of all-
Kachin. Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka. Yeah, we've met
First of
sword
all,
masters like you in
Kaya ain't that
everything
strong.
we've been
Let's get
through.
it. Let's get that to the
Sparred
point.
with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all
Um,
come in handy now.
Master Jean, she's a bitch.
Don't
Putting
get
it out
too
there.
smug. In sword fighting,
Kaching.
it's alone or not
Yes,
enough.
Kaching
You
is
need a cohesive
kind of
system to bring it all together. A
kind of strong
style
sword
or
fighter.
school.
Kazuha and Ayaka,
To use the human
they're
body
good,
as
but
an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work.
yeah, as they were saying.
Only then will you get
Yeah, Panama's. Oh boy, man.
And observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like
Oh
when you
my
went
God.
swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
Shut
One day,
up.
you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Oh, I didn't even see.
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This world will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until...
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
Okay. We got some other honorable mentions. This chick's sister.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile
I was surprised they don't got. Hey, Yato and I think, I mean, he's also a sword user. That's Ayaka's brother.
Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, at least I'm glad you didn't interrupt me.
The same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done.
Yeah, it only proves how useless. Anybody wondering? We're waiting for 6 o'clock for Skirt and the other character to be released. I will be pulling for Skirt. Hope I can get her in less full, so then I can focus on getting her a weapon. Hope to get that in less full, then we could go for the other character and see what happens then. But okay, wonder what type of creature is this?
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't
Oh.
talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
Skirt was a little brat back
All
then.
right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me.
Yeah.
Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Yeah.
Then
Skirt
I
needs
suppose
to-
your old dad should get one as a pet too.
Skirt needs
Otherwise,
to
how are you
get
gonna
her
hear me
Cappy
calling
Cap
for
hat
dinner up there in the
taken away as
stars?
well.
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, silly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child. merchant ship arrives, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
But what if she doesn't? Ooh. Plot twist.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said?
Hey, I hope you're having a good day, Ken.
Only when asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there. I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving.
I just did. I follow you back. I mean, I hope you able to follow me as well. A follow for follow.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it!
Where? There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders.
Oh shit, who the hell is attacking? In her past.
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undid. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Damn! Who are these people? Talk about this savages. Y'all the ones savages.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens!
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
positive light. You not see how she talks to people?
Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door. Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way.
It's a nice melody.
Oh, you're awake. I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
Where? There's no food.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy up to that is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sirologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Tivad, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear. Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Spin blade! Wind blade!
chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that. You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world, so be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path. Very good. Seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make Croc get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
They gotta understand, what's the whole point of giving us this costume here? We can't even use it in the damn story. For it to let us see the drip on it. I just find it weird.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpass first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer. so it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all, bones can always be reset.
Damn. See why she acts so cold and like a bitch. All the shit she fucking went through. Her parents and her village dying.
Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Whoever's talk. Oh, that's that.
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes.
The fuck, man? Yo, that is.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you... So, wanna head over now? Or...
From your training so far, you have gained a better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable, just like your sister. That reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's cheap!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me, but you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or element. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
Oh, I get a little present gift.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
She got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
So apparently this person had more disciples with him.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
I'll follow the rule.
Oh, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. Although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in, before it gets cold. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forget the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Okay. It's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me...
Are you really from Tavad?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but while we were dream mirroring, I think I saw your memories.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Tavad. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some way.
Like me? Do you mean you're also a descendant?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here.
Sertologi.
But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second.
What is your goal in coming here?
To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well,
You know Child is looking for you, right? Are you going to let him see you?
Ajax, his situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you, best keep it a secret from her.
Or we could just keep our ass there and not wake her up.
Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me.
Damn, why the hell are we all the way down here, bro? Why are we all the way down here?
Ever replicate the sheer power and grandeur of thunder.
Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh, but,
Obviously.
that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right. Remember your training.
Wipe out! Go!
Into the force.
should be the place where you were attacked, traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is? Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more strongly.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about this, we can track it down. On me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
You alright? That thing was...
There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Grayley Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy, so call it fate if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost. I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar. It looks just like that narwhal's horn!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertolo...
The Foul? Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. to investigate in the first.
Phew. Oh, we should be safe here, right?
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago, meaning he must have known my master. Exactly. Told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us! We have to help you get it back!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this.
What is it?
The bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go. We shouldn't linger.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like, I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to...
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start. But things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so... What do you say?
Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave. Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk. Run. Only death awaits us here. Keep running and don't ever look back.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That was... Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was...
No. Not fast enough. It's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. But somehow, the outcome fell short. No. I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime.
Thanks. See.
Morning! Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Breakfast! That's it! Paimon will go get breakfast! Skirk is gonna be starving when she wakes. Be right back.
How the hell you gonna get all that food? You're a little runt. I'll be right back.
It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. When all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was, she cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
That doesn't make no sense. So you trained her.
Why would you do that?
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus, pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertology, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stone.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertology is terrible. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. The power to crush all. Shall we keep going? Let's see. We're about half. We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertology.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you are to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know.
Yes, Master. From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should it was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I
we see Skirt up there? That's the one thing I'm curious about. That looks like the case, as we got one more memory to see.
These are Skirk's happiest but a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. Always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets beyond the stars. And that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. Everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet.
Well, what is that planet? What?
School that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin.
What planet that is she from though?
Cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved, friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door, the shop owner, the bad leg, the bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth, with no answer as to why any of this was happening. Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research reveals that, over time, people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the
Yeah, I wanted to like stand right there and then do the pulls, but I didn't think it was gonna put me into the cutscene.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And he's the best choice in this moment. Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind. Stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past selves. They are a part of me. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you and—
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotions like kindness and empathy. And what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things to get on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Your emotional self isn't weak. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope at least that you can let go.
Keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like that.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
of song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
You become a positive light in this world.
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order. Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him. I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, everyone has to be willing to fight for it. If we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a kinder place.
Wow. Alright. Yeah, we gotta do our pulls. We gotta start doing our pulls. You know, it's already. I mean, it's already 6, so. You know what? Hold on. Let's leave this for a sec. That's not what I... Oh my god, what are you doing? I didn't mean...
Only water from the source can cleanse the rot. I taught you to incorporate...
Okay, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons.
I wanted to do it right there, but I don't know why it was still showing...
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going... The good news is...
So you mean to tell me it starts at 7 instead of 6? It was supposed to start at 6, not at 7. Bro, this is fucking bullshit, bro. I probably should have waited till Thursday to do this, cause this is ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't know why we gotta wait until 7 o'clock for that. Makes no fucking sense. Someone needs to make a huge complaint about this, bro. 7 o'clock is not to go for that. I'm now fucking pissed off about that. Like... Literally said 6 p.m. Did he say 6 p.m. when I looked online?
The fog is gone. Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
Subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. To them, he represents ultimate power.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalet isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him.
Wipe out! Go!
Okay.
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power, such keen battle instincts. So you must be.
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds. Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago.
A real long time ago.
Family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism in the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He talents were nothing compared to his. And at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent, but the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I, but Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course, only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sotologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
He's immortal! He can't die!
Of course, I bear
Dummy.
the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and so constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, we must have some things in common. The first time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sir Delogi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sir Delogi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark,
This shit sucks. No, I will wait for 20 minutes. Fuck that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, we gonna wait, cause like that should give me enough time to, I don't know, focus on some other things. I think no, we'll keep it like that. Look at the message again. Yo, bro. So he said anywhere after 12 is good. So it all depends on what time you're available on Saturday. Man, the traveler needs some help. This is what you could tell you rarely use the traveler. You don't. I ain't gonna lie. I used to use the traveler so much within, like, I could say maybe a year and a half. I was using traveler because I really didn't have like a really good stable team back then. I think when I finally got Raiden Shogun, that's when I finally decided to dish traveler, but that's took until 2023. That's crazy. No, actually no, I'm lying. 2024. That's what I said. It took a year and like year and a half. I thought that would be like a Friday. I should probably get me tickets for this Friday to at least go to the emo event. Haven't been in a while, but that's another thing. I told myself I don't like going there on the when it's like still cold. I only made a session last year for December because of how much I didn't went last year. I think I only went like 2 times last year. That's why I was like, you know what, let me try to, because it was I think the one in September, and then I went in December. So that's the only 2 times I went last year, which just sucks. I like going there like around the May till like, you know, till like October, and then I just stopped going. But then I can't predict what's gonna happen the next couple of months. Maybe I'll not be able to go to these things when it's warm. So I don't know if I should take advantage. Or just move my character before my controller turns off, and then we go to a situation where at times when my controller turns on and I try to turn it back on and it doesn't, it'll turn off automatically again, and I gotta turn off the game just for the light of the controller to turn back on. That's annoying as hell. And I swear this is the only game that does this. Any other gacha game like Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, or Arknight Enfield, it could turn on itself, and then I could just turn it back on, and it's fine. But Genshin at times, not saying all the time, but sometimes when I do turn it back on, then it automatically turn it back off. Like it try to make it seem like I have no battery in my controller, but then when I turn out the game, exit out, and I turn this back on, it'll stay on. Like, why, Genshin? Why are you trying to be special? Why you gotta be the only one that wants to be extra to do some shit like that? The same thing I was talking about yesterday's live stream. The fact that I gotta press the Windows just for me to go back to using the mouse on games like Genshin, Wuthering Waves, or Arknight Enfield. But Zenless Zone Zero or Honkai Star Rail, I can still use the mouse without pressing the Windows, and then go back to using the controller just by pressing any button on it. 12 more minutes. We still haven't even picked up our shit. Wait, why is Calvina like behind Mahita and Raiden? Like, probably it should be way stronger than to be up front of here. Like, y'all still missing talents upgrades. Don't even have the right weapons. Now Raiden has some good artifacts, but Mahita, now you don't really have good artifacts yet. In fact, Cookie Shinobu and Aino should have been up front of y'all too as well. Mad weird. I'll check that later. Thought it was something else. Yeah, he tags me on this. Ten more minutes. I really want to do that pool in that other area that she was at, and not here. But who would have thought? If that was the case, I probably should have waited till 5 o'clock to start the stream. Then this shit would have ended at 9 instead of 8. And I didn't want to keep live streaming until 9. But then again, in fact, it looks like I might have to stream up to 9 because I promised to do this other girl's side quest. Bro, if this shit would have let us, if they would have had the new banners up around 6, we would not be waiting here. I guarantee you, by this time, we would have probably been done with this side quest story. We could have done the other one. No, let's have the banner out at 7, even though online said it's supposed to be at 6. Fucking ridiculous, bro. Another thing is, I kind of wish you was looking the other way, not forward. It would have been easier to have like the view of the whole thing. But for some reason, you want to look forward instead of back. Lame. Six more minutes. anybody who shows up here, I want you to know I wrote I wrote right there saying waiting for 7 p.m. to do some pulls. So if you're showing up and you look like I'm not doing anything, just be patient. Simple as that. Just be patient. Because unfortunately, I thought the new banners were coming out at 6 o'clock. Three more minutes. Wait, no. We're still on the... Oh, no. Technically, it's still 3 more minutes. Because we're going by the clock, not the start of the live stream, so... One more minute. Okay, so the weapon we're gonna choose, just in case. That path. Alright, it's finally time to start doing these pulls. Can we get skirt in less than 10 pulls? Let's find out. Well, at least I got this character. Can we get it in less than 20 pools? Can we get it less than 30 pools? Well, this is the part where, you know, now we gotta spend our primo gems. Less than 40 pulls? And it looks like this game wants me to go hard pity. Wow. Well, actually, let's do some 3 regular pulls to build up some points. Oh, but I get a 5-star here.
Hi there, I'm Tainari, Forest Watcher of the Avidia Forest. My duty is to preserve both the rainforest's ecosystem and the safety of
You know, I've been telling myself I did want a Tainari.
If this is your first time here, I suggest you first peruse the Avidia Forest Survival Guide, paying particular attention to the chapter distinguishing between edible and poisonous mushrooms.
Okay. So I think the only standard carrot, 5-star standard carrot I don't have. It's whatever that new character that got released last year. Yumi Muzaki. I don't know. It's one of those new characters that came out. Yo. What's up? I realized that shit didn't give me nothing. Getting Tainari didn't get me nothing. I mean, I haven't saw the link yet. I'm still live streaming, you know. All right, so we're in think we're in 40 pities right now. 50 pulls. I guess I have to check it out later. Looks like I have to do another 10 pulls. 60 pulls. Will we get her in 60 pulls? No, because this game wants me to go hard pitied. That's exactly what this game is going towards. Hard pities. Because why not? Do that to Joey, Oyaverse, because this is what I'm talking about. There's no way I'm gonna be able to pull for this chick afterwards, bro. It's gonna take a fucking miracle, because I gotta go for this chick weapon afterwards. That's if I even get in to win this 50-50. 70. Yeah. Alright, time to go. We're going for single pulls right now, because might as well. What is this now? Not gonna be able to. That's 72. $73. Damn, I could have. Ah, boy. 75 has to be it. Yeah. Do I get skirt?
I am Skirk.
There you go.
Sertologi, the foul. You've proven your strength to me along your journey.
There you go.
And earned the right to speak to me.
But fuck you, Hoyerverse.
Now,
Fuck you for taking 75 pulls. You could have gave me less than 40. That could have been enough to keep going for the weapon and the other character. But you suck. You suck, Hoyerverse. You fucking suck. Don't understand it. Do not understand it, bro. You suck ass, Hoyerverse. You're gonna suck ass for the rest of your fucking life. Alright. We gotta go for the weapon now. Maybe we could get it less than this one. And then let's see what can happen to get her. Oh, maybe my luck has come to pass. Maybe Hoyerverse said, alright, we sorry for making you spend that 75. Let me give you the first 10 pulls, the weapon that you need. And no, you gave me the wrong one. Well, I can't. You gave me the wrong one. I thought the strategy was to... Oh, boy. At this point, we're gonna go back and forth now. We're gonna go back and forth to, you know, because at this point now I already got her weapon. If I knew that, I would just gone for the points so that I could guarantee to get the sword. But what bullshit. Now we're gonna go back and forth. So now the last two. We have to go one for here and then one from here. So it looks like we're not getting skirt weapon at all. And it looks like I could probably lose this 50-50 here. I can lose this 50-50 here. I can lose this 50-50. Exactly what I meant. I can lose this 50-50 here. I already got Tanari. I already got him in the standard. Why are you giving me again? Why? Because this fucking game is a piece of shit, bro. Shit's a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. This shit is legit fucking piece of shit. Shit is legit piece of shit. Why did you leave? Like, and why are OMG, like, it's like I can't buy anything no more. I can't. I gotta wait 14 more days to get that. This shit is lame. You could have, even if I got this girl's weapon, you could at least gave me her and not make me lose 50-50. Out of all people, Tanari, bro. Out of all fucking people. Forgot to take that. It would have been cool that I would have got more consolation from her instead of an annoying as Candace. Like, I don't really care about that character. Like, probably the worst character in this damn game. Well, nobody told this game to give that character's name.
Germinating seed.
Oh, you're a Hydro user? Kinda thought you was a Cryo. Oh, this is the first time I actually got you, so...
The key to effective fitness training is...
I just want those type of... looks like I need to battle. I don't know what kind of boss this is, but I'll figure it out. Well, now I got your Hoda. But that didn't give me no damn points. Because it was a new character. Alright, I'm gonna have to finish this damn freaking shit. They'll probably give me some points for me to
We did it! It's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now?
Yes. The power Skofnungr stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
you wouldn't tell anything else anyway.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, it's that the traveler always finds a way. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness.
And every time we met, ever since we met, you've just been making everything annoying and horrible.
Too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
My wish is for you to disappear.
When it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me, I won't object. Goodbye.
Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before?
No shit.
We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin restaurant, it's about time you return the favor.
You piece of shit.
Thank you for Thank you for
only we could have got to 20.
It's my lucky day. How's this?
I'll protect us. Let me leave you first. A burst of flavor. A little elusive. To the bone. Annihilate. Come on, we can do it. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa. Let the show begin. Attack the frosting.
Let's keep going, team. Final warning.
Dead reckoning! Getting gear!
Let me leave you a verse. Deuce on the loose.
Leave the wounded to me. Providing cover fire.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Rain outlines your.
Commencing cleanup! Frost is coming!
Off to the freezer. Chemical of excellence.
I can still. Now's our chance. Precision strike.
Let me leave you a verse.
Going under! Getting gear!
A little elusive.
Well, I never did him, so.
From whence you came, a touch of frost. Dead reckoning! Frost is coming! Getting gear! Frost is coming!
Enhanced animal module 75. Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Thus saith the animal archive. This should be fun.
Submit for judgment. Forth my blade. Going under. Pair.
Animal hypostasis emulation. That's not right. Animal test 6308.
From whence you came. Getting gear. Frost is coming. Commencing cleanup. Getting gear.
West wind, carry me. Surprise baptism.
Submit for judgment. Swift and
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that 4-star character. I'll be honest. Totally not a fan. Maybe. No, why did you give me that again? Bro, I should have chose skirt weapon. 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 I usually choose the opposite because I always get the opposite of what I always choose. I did it with Raiden Shogun weapon. I did it for Rena's weapon. I did it for there was their one, and I always chose the weapon I wanted, and I always got the opposite. So I'm thinking maybe if I choose the opposite of what I want, I get the one I really want, because it worked for Flynn's, it worked for Kanish, and now it's the opposite. It went back to being shit that I don't want. Yo, this is horrible. This is truly fucking horrible, bro. Now, from now on, I gotta choose the weapon I really want. So even if I lose a 50-50 and I go for that, at least I'm guaranteed the next one. Cause right now it's not giving me the opposite of what I want, bro. It's not giving me the opposite of what I want. This is fucking ridiculous. This sucks. Like I don't even want to continue. Like I don't even want to do the others. This has been quite disappointing, bro. Like I got skirt. I got the character I wanted. Well, who would have thought fucking Hoyoverse screw me over the rest of the whole fucking shit? Maybe lost my 50-50 on the other character. Maybe lost twice. I'm not getting skirt weapon. Losing the first one, I didn't care, because at least I secure the other weapon just in case I get the other character. But to make me lose it again, this is horrible. You know what? I'm not even gonna say my ending intro. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm gonna be done. This is fucking disappointing.